Hello and welcome to the Gray Space Podcast. I am Gray. This is my space, and this is at this point like the honorary co-host who will be unnamed. What should like your co-host name be? Let's just make you a personality real quick.
Weirdly enough, I feel like I come across more chill in these than I am in real life.
I think so too.
So the puppet I make will probably be pretty relaxed vibes. So I feel like we should pick a name to go with that.
Okay. I mean...
I have no idea. We'll think about it.
We'll think about it.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, she's here. We're here. We're queer.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month. Hey! Happy Pride Month.
Woohoo.
There we go. Thumbnail. Guys, I don't know what episode this is. I'm sorry. It's been a little bit since we recorded a podcast, and it's been even longer since one of these has been on YouTube. I'm sorry. It's honestly just quite easier for me to do Spotify exclusives because I don't have to worry about it's easier without the camera because I can talk without worrying about being perceived, even though I know that's not really how that works. Just let me feel that way, okay?
I feel like that makes sense, actually.
Right, because it's the appearance.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling fine about my appearance currently, so...
Well, you're so pretty.
Thank you. My hair is a little messy. I need to wash it. Do we want to shower after this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to wash my hair.
Me.
Anyway, welcome back. This is the fun lesbian-centric episode of the podcast because we are lesbians and it's Pride Month. And I know a lot of you guys are gay. So I asked you guys to submit questions, thoughts, inquiries about lesbianism for the lesbians to answer because we are soulmates. We are both we're not gold star lesbians, and we both are it took us a while to realize we were lesbian.
Yeah, definitely it did.
So, but now we're lesbian masters. That is so funny, honestly. The fact that it was just first, because we've both dated women, but first relationship, at least for me, well, and for you, right? Where it was the first time as a lesbian dating a woman.
Yes.
Yeah. First one out the gate. Just oh, okay. So this is forever.
And I'm sure there are lesbians listening to this right now being oh no. They don't know yet.
No, okay, but fuck off because we are almost 14 months in.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, and I'd say our honeymoon phase is still going strong.
No, I know. Literally, our relationship has only gotten, easier and easier. Not that I ever had really, doubts in the beginning, but we definitely took some time to get through, our mental blocks in different ways, I guess. We just communicate better now. We're on, not that we were ever on too much of a different wavelength, but I feel like we're just more naturally, spiritually in sync.
Agreed. Yeah, I would say that's true.
So anyway, you guys asked us about lesbianism and we are going to answer. So, this one is a cute, nice one. What is our favorite activity to do together?
We do
everything together.
Yeah, we do a lot together, so...
We do everything together,
yeah.
At least during the summertime, because she's off of work for the summer.
Yay.
And I'm unemployed, basically.
She's not.
I'm a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
With, a bunch of hobbies. Little side hobbies.
Yeah.
Our favorite one to do together?
I think... I don't know.
We love cuddling.
Yes.
And, petting each other.
Yes, definitely that. We're big on physical affection.
Biting each other. And massaging. And just a lot of physical contact. We like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We love to watch TV together.
Yeah, we have a lot of crafting hobbies,
Yes.
but we do different things at the same time. We don't always do the exact same thing at the same time. So I would say like crafting is our favorite thing to do together,
Even when
if
we're not doing the
exact
same
same
craft.
craft.
Yes.
Yeah.
We really just like to like be in each other's vicinity. Like if she's in the kitchen doing something, I'll bring what I'm doing over to the counter and be with her while she cooks.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm trying to think.
We really like to bake together.
That's
always
been our
have
thing.
such a
We
fun
literally,
time.
I ate so much cookie dough. We made cookie dough before this. I ate so much of it. My tummy kind of hurts
Is
still.
now cooking or cooling as cookies in the oven. So.
Yeah, we have. Dude, we looked up a recipe that called for it made a lot of fucking cookie dough.
Yeah.
And we didn't even use the full recipe. We held back some. Anyway, I'm sorry. We also, there might have been consumption of a plant beforehand, and I just might need water for a sec. Okay.
I was sipping away over here too,
Yeah.
so I'm in the same boat.
Dude, okay. This video has not come out yet because I had to set up my affiliate code. So, okay. Sorry, we will get into the lesbianism, but we're lesbians, so really all of this is lesbian no matter what because we're lesbian.
Exactly. It's an identity.
It really is. Not to like be the person that makes being gay their personality, but I do just...
I love lesbians. I'm sorry.
I love being a lesbian. I love lesbians. I love being a lesbian. I feel so strongly about it, passionate about it. Okay. So anyway, really quickly, this is not a sponsored video, but I am an affiliate with the Weed Box, which I have done a review video for them. Another one is about to go up for a product from their dispensary, which is a separate website. So I had to set up my affiliate code for that website as well. It's still the same code, so you can use it for whatever website. I just had to get that finalized. So anyway, they sent me a little nug of weed from their dispensary to try. And guys, it was so good that we bought... we went to their website and spent our hard-earned money on a bit more of it. And so we might have consumed some beforehand. So anyway, I need some water. I'm a little dehydrated.
Yeah, we literally said, getting a new dealer. Okay. Okay.
Because ours was a little unreliable. Sorry, because you were a cool dude. You're not watching this. You have no idea who I am. You were cool, but a little unreliable.
All right. How do I dress more gay? I feel like this is a good one to start with because we've been very into fashion lately.
Accessorizing. Guys, accessorizing.
Gays love accessories.
Layering.
Also, look into different ways to flag. Like, there are some legitimately... sorry, hold on. Sorry. There are some, like, legitimately documented historical ways to flag. I personally love wearing my carabiner, even though I don't really have a need to flag anymore. I just like when gay people can find each other in public. But there are lots of ways. There are lots of symbols you can wear depending on your community, including like, I mean, anything from, I know there are certain tattoos that are associated with sapphic women, as well as I'm sure there are some in the gay community I'm not as aware of, but...
I want to get a lesbian tattoo. I want to get scissors.
Ooh.
I don't want to copy Gabby. I can keep her name in because she's shout out Gabby. She's my tattoo artist that did my Nana tattoo and my back piece. Love her. If you're in New York, get a tattoo from Soft Chick Tattoo on Instagram. Anyway, she has 2 scissors. I did not mean to side rail the conversation. I'm so sorry. I was just thinking about the appearance of lesbians and like things that I clock in public. Gabby has scissors, like scissoring on her chest, and it's so sick, and I would love that, but I'm not gonna copy her. I would say I like I guess this isn't something that like I clock in public, more as it's something that I would like to see, but like literally lesbian, like gay themed jewelry, you know,
Yeah.
just me thinking of things I'm going to make, like with the little, like the lesbian symbols, but I want to do
Yeah.
it like cool. Anyway, I would say gay people love trends, layering, they love jorts,
True. Yes, we love a jort.
tank tops, lots of accessories, Doc Martens, what
Yes.
else? Chains.
Yes, lots of jewelry. I find that queer
Yes.
people love jewelry. But if all else fails, there's always good ways to incorporate your pride flag, no matter what it is. So,
Yes.
patches, pins. I have arm warmers that are lesbian flag.
I've been thinking of wearing
It's
those.
awesome. You should.
I just don't have, I'll have to plan. That'll be a style challenge for me.
As I said, that'd be cute with the outfit you had on this morning.
I don't know though, because it's like a cream color in those arm warmers. It's not, they're just, we found them at the bins one time. They're not literally the lesbian flag. They're just, they look a lot like it. But it's not a white, it's like a cream color. So I don't know if that would work.
Did you have white in your outfit this morning?
Well, in my necklace, but I guess I could wear a different necklace. Anything else? Okay. What is something you wish you could tell yourself before you came out? Girl,
Lesbian.
you're gay. Not all of your problems, but like, honestly, for real, a good bit of them will stop when you realize you're gay.
Yeah, I would probably say the same. I would have loved to skip compet. Mm-hmm. Hated that. Hated that. Hated that. Yeah. And that it's okay to dress weird. People will like it and they will give you
Yes.
compliments.
Yeah, I would say, please, oh my God, for the love of God, get like an ounce of self-esteem and realize that like you can do it and you'll be better off. And then you'll meet this one.
My stand-in is getting my attention. All right.
Oh, the Apple News notification just came up. Is
Oh,
Trad
no.
Wife the new girl boss?
Oh, that's not. Okay.
Low key it is though, if we want to speak on it, but that's not today's episode. We're not talking about trad wives in the lesbian episode.
Scared to leave my long-term boyfriend, but I feel like there's a perf girl out there and I'm wasting time with a mid. I don't know what RS.
I think mid-relationship. Girl,
I say if you feel like that,
leave him.
Yeah.
Because you're like me and you're gonna be better off.
yeah,
If you feel like you're settling, you are.
yeah.
So leave. You can do it. It might not be like the easiest, but it's for the best. And
Yeah.
you should do it. And you can do it.
Yes. As someone who was left by their long-term partner, I'm mad that I didn't do it myself sooner.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was just like, I just literally had no self-esteem. Like I don't like, when I say I was like a loser, but I was a loser in the sense that I just was like nothing, I guess.
I just think if you're fantasizing that hard about a girl, then you deserve to at least try it out. And although it sucks to break up with somebody, there's always ways to do it kindly
Yes.
and respectfully,
Yes.
while still being honest and pursuing what it is that you want.
Totally. Why is it a thing? Okay, I literally just saw this on Twitter and I'm going to argue with you a little bit because I don't think this is a thing. I think this is a stereotype. Why is it a thing to fall for straight girls that can't go over their ex or a friend? I think those are stereotypes. I do think there are a lot of lesbians. I know that it's not necessarily a stereotype for like toxic situationship lesbians, you know, where they're like always on and off or like seeing multiple people or whatever, you know. I know that comes from truth to a certain extent, But I just fucking saw some shit about lesbians loving straight women on Twitter. And I was like, I don't know. I've never met, I've never heard of, I've never even seen on the internet an actual lesbian that is like into straight women. Intentionally, I mean. It's not, I'm not saying that like if you're lesbian and you have a crush on someone and then you find out they're straight. That's not what I'm talking about. But there's for some reason this idea that there is a lot of lesbians, or at least like a notable amount of lesbians that like go after and try to turn straight girls, and it's so fucking weird to me.
Yeah, I personally have never been into a straight girl. And
me either.
I know very, very few lesbians who have. And usually, actually, the few times I've had a lesbian, or just queer woman in general, I guess, be into a straight girl, they don't end up being straight. Not to say you should try to turn straight girls. Please don't do that. That's weird. But usually, when they are respectful and they ask them out, it turns out that that person was not straight. We just thought they were, and they were brave enough to shoot their shot anyway, and were rewarded by the universe for it. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
I just want to. I want to include it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There we go.
Was that? Did you finish your thought? Did that?
Yeah. No,
okay.
That was
Sorry.
it.
Ooh. Oh. We don't have to answer this. I can cut this if you want. As a closeted lesbian, I've always wanted to know, what does scissoring feel like? Overrated. Not overrated, but like people act like scissoring is the main go-to for lesbian sex, and it's not. It's a lot more work than what you get out of it, in my opinion.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just our height difference.
Yeah, that does tend to complicate things for us because we have like 9-10 inches of height between us.
It's a good bit.
Yeah.
So that does not help. Sometimes the ankles don't work right. But there's always the option to incorporate other things.
Yes. I need a sex toy sponsorship bad. Lilo, please. Adam and Eve.
How can I be more confident in not liking men / rejection when they like me? Maybe we're not the right people to answer this question, actually, because why would you care about a man's opinion?
No, I know. I would just think about it more and interact with men less. I know that sounds weird, but like, I don't know. For me, studying like my relationship with men explains a lot of my past behavior and why I'm so much happier now that I'm out of that, what I feel is like what are you looking at?
Is the camera focused?
It's not focused on me. Is it? It's got the square on my face. You scared me.
No, sorry. I just wanted to check. I didn't want us to go too long if it was out of focus.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I couldn't tell if you were looking at the viewfinder or over there, and I was like, what?
Oh,
what?
no. I would have alerted you sooner.
I know. Guys, we're over there. The over there in question is our altar. Because, guys, I'm a little worried that the haunted mirror is upset, but also we might maybe we were too quick to blame and we are just cursed or something, but that's for another episode. We're having some dilemmas in our personal lives.
Some summer blues, if you will.
Yeah, and we might have been cursed again.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is like, it's not necessary. What?
Sorry, I was previewing another question. I would love to answer that.
I'm not saying that it's a conscious choice when I say that you should try to decenter men in your life, because I know that particularly when it comes to like, I guess, feminist thinking, feminist ideas, a lot of people come to defense quickly, and I don't want anyone to feel attacked because that's not like what I'm trying to do. But I think that you should examine your relationship with like yourself, how you feel about yourself, your perception to the world, how and why you choose to present the way you do for the attention of certain people. Not to, I don't know if that sounds bad. I'm not trying to be like accusatory of like, you go out of your way to appeal to men. Because it's like not really what I'm trying to say. Because I don't, based on your wording, I don't think it's that. It just sounds like you are trying to find more confidence in your lesbian identity. And I think that there is some subconscious centering of men that could be decentered.
Yeah. I think a big part of that is the romanticization of what affection from men could be like.
Yeah.
I think what did it for me was reminding myself of what the reality is typically. Getting that attention from men, like, one, they are not very good at giving me the kind of attention that I want, because the kind of attention that I want is the kind that would come from a girl. And so I can get into what that is in a different time. But secondly, like, it doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't fulfill me in the same way, you know? So I would be careful of not romanticizing what could be. Try to keep eyes on the reality of what actually getting that attention from men would be like.
Yeah. I would, and that's like partially what I was trying to say. Sorry, I am a little high, and also, as I've mentioned in a previous episode, she is more verbally eloquent than I am. She is more, I guess, well put together than me. But I would, like, the rejection when they like me. Meaning, like...
Honestly, that never gets easy. I just try to avoid being approached.
Yeah.
If possible. Just be respectful. Be kind, but be stern. You know? Like, you don't have to apologize for it. You don't have to, you know, go out of your way to be super, super sweet and sparkly to them. Yeah. You can be direct and still be respectful at the same time. So I would say just know where your boundaries are, and stick to them.
There's no shame in being a lesbian. There are a lot of people, I don't know why, it's just, well, it's misogyny. It's the patriarchy. But
real.
For some reason, for some unknown weird reason, I always feel like it's women and non-men who have their sexuality, like, tested or questioned in social settings. And I think that's some fucking bullshit. I think that lesbians should stand on business.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Be who you are.
I'm gonna answer.
Okay.
This
Yes. I forgot. Sorry.
Does sharing clothes ever get annoying? For example, if you both want to wear the top. Well, guys, I personally have been having a little bit of a crisis recently, where I just hate everything in my closet, even though
she has fire clothing.
I do like my clothes, and Gray has picked a few of my clothing articles and styled them. Obviously amazing, because she's great at that. And I love it because I'm the one who really got her super into fashion.
Yes. No, literally all of it. Like, all of my inspiration, all of, like, the cool, not, like, all of the cool parts of me, but she got me out of my shell and, like, really able to explore and affirm who I am as a person and express that outwardly. All of that is to her credit. Continue.
But sometimes it's like, oh, damn. You ate that, and you kind of ate me up in that. So in that sense, sometimes it's a bummer, but most of the time, I'm able to get over it pretty quickly because I adore her, and I love looking at her, and she's beautiful, and she's great at putting things on herself that make her look even more beautiful, so even when that's my clothing.
Yes.
And I steal her clothes all the time.
That's what I was going to say, is I do think part of it is also our bias for each other. Not that either of us have, like, a delusion to, like, what we actually look like because, like, we're blinded by love. We're not. You're fucking gorgeous. But I think we have a bias to where when I see her wear things of mine, I think she wears them better than I do. And I think that that's just a perpetual thing between us because we are so attracted to each other.
Yeah, I also think sometimes my style tends to lean not as accessorized as yours, like not as visually complex.
Yes.
And sometimes I feel like that makes me feel underdressed, even though my style is just different. So, yeah.
Yeah, you tend to have clothes with more pattern, and I tend to have plainer clothes with more accessories.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it ever gets annoying sharing clothes.
No,
I think it's more annoying that we have such a big height difference.
Yeah.
So we can't share more stuff.
Agree. I would have loved to be able to share shoes.
Ugh.
That's not a thing for us at
Not a
all.
thing.
I have very small feet, unfortunately. But we recently got a pair of shoes where we each found a pair in our size.
Yes. We each have the same shoes, but in our size. We got matching pairs. I'm so excited to see how we style them because I already have an outfit planned for them. I'm excited to see what you do with them.
I'm going to do them with one of the things that I got today, which we should switch to the laundry when we're done with this.
Yes, we should. I was going to do it. I was going to put the laundry in before we recorded, but I was worried about it going off and then beeping the whole time. Is it hard being a queer teacher?
Yes. I think so, but not in the ways that I think most people would expect. It's not like I feel discriminated against by students or teachers, really. Like, my colleagues are all really wonderful, and my students are great, but it is kind of a bummer sometimes to preface, we live in the South.
Yes.
The very deep South.
We live in a good city at least, but we do live in Texas.
Yeah. Which recently can feel a little scary. So it's a bummer having some of my kids struggle with elements of being queer and not being able to really speak with them about it to the length I want to, for fear of like parents or, you know, policy or whatever. Yeah. It's just kind of a bummer. And I don't have very much in common with my colleagues. Well, one, because of our age difference. I'm a very young teacher. But two, because they're all talking about like husbands and kids. And I'm like, womp womp.
Wife and cat.
Yeah.
Where are all the lesbians hiding? Honestly, good question. We don't really have the friends to be able to answer that.
No, we need community bad. If you're in Austin and you're looking for friends,
let us know.
let us know.
For real. Don't be like a creep freak.
If you're queer, especially. If you have a queer friend group who does stuff that is not centered around alcohol, ideally.
It can be centered around other things. That's fine.
Oh,
What?
fell.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do we want to talk more on compet?
Yeah.
I know that we've talked about this here and there in some episodes before because to some extent being gay is a good part of my personality and identity. But so we've talked about like compet in our previous relationships because we are both lesbians that have dated men before and have both come out of a long-term relationship with a man before this relationship. So a lot of my compet was compounded with, or at least the way like I really felt it, came out a lot in my, sorry if you can hear that siren. Sorry. It came out a lot in my like confidence and my, I guess like sense of self or like assuredness in myself. Like I just kind of, I knew I always liked women, but I also for a long time thought I liked men because that's just always like what was there presented to me as like what was supposed to happen, you know? And then going more into like adulthood and having to live on my own and, you know, going through relationships and the hardships of fucking, I mean, honestly, it's been a shitty time to become an adult because literally we became an adult and then COVID happened and it's been fucked up kind of ever since, and it's only getting worse from there. So a lot of it for me was like, I didn't think that I was like really anything, you know? So for me, while I liked, you know, I thought I liked both men and women, and I would, you know, I wouldn't go out of my way to seek one out over the other, you know, like on dating apps, I set my preferences for both, you know? But it was always just like the easiest to fall into the subconscious societal role of like the boyfriend and the girlfriend.
Yes.
Especially when I didn't have a lot of faith in myself, or again, like confidence in myself. It was a big awakening for me. Like, that's why we talked about this, me and my wife talked about this. This is all slightly disconnected thought, but it all does kind of make sense if you're like really, if we're really here queening out right now. Did I use that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Like we were talking the other night, how feeling like a lesbian, not feeling like a lesbian, being a lesbian at some points to some extent feels like not really a gender, but like an entire like being, like feeling identity, you know?
Yeah.
And so a lot of like my growth into myself and my sexuality happened at the same time. So it was, I don't know if my experience was the exact same as a traditional like person realizing they've been experiencing compet and then like fucking unlearning that. But that is my experience.
Yeah. I think for me, ooh, hello. I was in the frame a bit.
Oh,
I think for me, it's more about, it was more about growing up in the church.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up pretty religious, I'm sure I've mentioned a few times. And I really, really, really wanted the approval of my parents, like so badly. So I think for me, again, I also knew I liked girls from a pretty young age, but I never really explored it. I mean, I did once, and my parents were like, okay about it. They said some weird stuff, though, so I just never really entertained the idea of, like, actually being with a girl after that. To be fair, I didn't have many romantic entanglements, if you could say, up to this point. I mean, I lived a relatively isolated life romantically, but getting out of that definitely has made me feel more secure in my relationship for sure, because it just feels right. I don't know. I always thought people were making up or exaggerating what love felt like
Me
in
too.
movies or all that. I was like, that's BS. There's no way you guys actually feel like that.
Yeah.
And then I went on our first date, and I literally smiled the entire ride home because I could not stop. And I was like, what is happening right now? Lesbianism.
Yes. For me, like, I'd always just, I guess in, you know, the media or whatever, the answer to like how it feels to be in love is like, you know, it's like, it's just so easy. Everything's just so easy with this person. Yeah. And I could never imagine, that's so bad. I could never really imagine a relationship like that where I could define the relationship is easy, but literally our life together is like it makes so much sense. Like it was literally always meant to be this way.
Yeah. Not that our life is perfect or super easy.
No.
But the us element of things.
We get through all of our shit, even when it's hard shit.
Yeah.
Because it's not always hard shit.
Other.
And we don't make things hard for each other.
No.
Life
is hard.
Yes.
But Us is easy.
Us is easy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just love you so much.
Love you
I literally
so
was
much.
thinking about it, and I was like, I have to be careful with how I speak because I am still a little high, so I could cry right now. Because I am a little bit of an emotional high, and guys, I love her so fucking much. We recently, we're not going to talk about this because we are so worried about jinxing. But we have revised our 5-year plan, and we're prepping for something to be put in motion that we are really looking forward to, and that's been a big push. That's been helping me a lot get through this like fuck ass summer depression we've been in recently. So lame. I'm so sorry because my posting schedule has been off. And I have just been like struggling to find the motivation to do things. I'm sorry. It's not that I like doing it any less. I literally have more ideas and I have the desire to make videos. And then it comes to like, okay, now get out of bed and get dressed. Okay, girl, brush your teeth. Oh, you can't. So still working on that.
Summer blues for real.
Yeah.
How long have we been recording for?
Like 40 minutes. We don't have too many submissions, but we can chit-chatty a little bit if we want. Because I don't know. I don't like read. We don't read spicy books. We do read. Someone asked for spicy sapphic reads. I'm shouting this out for the readers who do read that. Comment down below some good spicy sapphic reads because we don't really read spicy stuff like that. Although we have been reading a lot more recently. I got an e-reader and I'm annoyed because I also got 3 books from Half Price Books and only 2 out of the 3 came. And one of them is literally, it was supposed to come yesterday. It's still not here. And we checked the mail earlier and it wasn't there. And I'm frustrated because I really want that book. That was the book I was most looking forward to. Oh, she's pulling out her candy. Well, if we want, this can be a little shorter episode.
Do we want? I'm excited to make my puppet. I'm going to get started on that.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what the visual's going to be?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's going to be a human or a non-human?
Oh. I was thinking a more human-esque puppet.
Okay.
So that you just have like a kind of like a puppet muppet as a co-host, basically.
Puppet muppet.
Yeah. Maybe not all the way human. We might do some like wings or something fun. Who knows?
I want to make a character for myself that's an alien.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Because I feel like an alien. I tell her this all the time.
I do too. I connect more to like the robot vibe.
Yeah, you go
like
robot.
Like a robot girl.
I go alien.
Yeah.
The spectrum of
autism
autistic women.
I love the like non-human girlness of it all. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like
Girl.
autistic girlies, you relate.
It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. Ugh, guys. Brat is so good. Brat is so good. Comment your favorite Brat song, and it should be the Girl So Confusing remix with Lord, because I'm so serious. I do think that's one of the best songs ever made. I think it's one of the best girl anthems ever. I think it's a seriously super strong contender for Song of the Year. I'm crazy about this song. Seriously, put it in my butthole. Anyway.
Underrated Apple. Go give that a listen.
Yeah.
It's about generational trauma.
The camera battery is dying, though.
Well, then yes. Shorter episode it is.
All right. It is a bit of a shorter episode today, but the camera battery is dying.
Bye.
But thank you for watching or listening if you're listening to this on Spotify. Follow for more if you're interested. If you liked the video, go ahead and like the video. If you had thoughts, comment your thoughts. Comment along. I should have said that at the beginning, but comment along. And I'll see you in the next thing that I post. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. They're both Grayson's World XO. Okay, thank you. Bye.